Oh, before we get started,
Yes.
myself and you would just like to pay respects and condolences to MoonBin's friends and family, and like all of the fans out there, and all of Astro. And I know it hit some people really, really hard. And um, we're here for you. We love you. And I hope everybody starts feeling better.
Hello and welcome to their BL podcast. We're your hosts, Tiffany and
Saray,
Swadika. 안녕하세요. konnichiwa. Ni hao.
where we welcome all she's, he's, theys, and gays, and we can't wait to talk to you about anything and everything BL.
And today's podcast, episode 1, we will be talking about our top 5 BL ships, as well as our top 5 BL actors with honorable mentions. What is your number 1 to start off with?
For ships or actors? First of all, these lists were hard to make. I would just like to point out there, and nobody in like comments or anybody come after me for my choices. Everybody has their own choices. Okay, I love everybody. Everybody's amazing, and this list was hard to make. I
should have did top 10, but I was like, no, I'm just gonna do it. I'm gonna be hard on myself and you to be like top 5.
Yeah, I have top 5, and then I have like 3 like honorable mentions for each one. I think I actually have 4 for actors, but I have 3 for the ships.
For top 5 for ships, I have like 4 honorable mentions, and then for like actors, I have like 2.
Okay, yeah, okay. So we're reversed. It'll equal out. Okay. And then you asked me my number 1 for which one?
For ships.
Ships. I have Afghan.
Afghan? Oh.
Yes. I've been with them for a really long time. Ever since Puppy Honey Love, and I've got to see both of their progressions as people and actors, and like them like come into themselves and like make friends and like deepen their relationship personally off screen and like out of series and stuff. They generally became closer, and like Gunn became a really important person for Off, and that was like really cool to see. And they have great chemistry on anything they do, so they were my number 1.
Yes. Okay. So mine is, they're kind of new, kind of not. Bilkin and PP Crit.
Okay.
So, okay, little backstory behind them. I didn't watch their show until this year.
Oh, really?
Yeah. When it went on Disney.
It's good. Did you watch the first one and second one?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. It's good, right?
Yes. Oh my god. It's more amazing now. Like, at first I was like, when people were like, oh, like, have you watched it? I'm like, yeah, I watched it. I lied for so many years. I said I watched it.
Mm-hmm.
And I finally like finished it, and I was like, it's more amazing than I thought it was.
It's so beautiful.
It was worth the hype. It was worth everything. I would watch it all over again. But I actually heard that most of the first season was all their actual lives. So
I'm not sure.
That's what I've heard through like TikToks and YouTube. Like their natural lives with each other also mirrors their real lives.
Oh, that's cool. That adds like a deeper meaning to their like acting and stuff.
So I don't know. I felt, without watching their shows, I felt their connection. I'm happy that I waited. So happy. But yeah, every time I see them, I'm just like, give me more content. They recently had like a fan meet, and they had like, it was like PP's what is it called, like 4 hearts, and I think one was for like an ex-love, and then like one was for family and friends, and then like something else, and then it was like the last bit was for Bilkin.
Oh.
And I've been in love. I'm in love with just the way that they do things. So that's my number 1. Okay, number 2 for you.
Mine is, they're kind of newish too. Moss Bank from Big Dragon. I love their like chemistry and their relationship, and I watched all their vlogs, and they have such a genuine like intimate friendship, and as far as as far as we know, and they just feel they really trust each other, and I feel like they genuinely care for each other, and it's really beautiful as an audience to see. So they were my number 2.
Yes. Mine, another one, kind of new, kind of not new. Prim and Prem. I fell in love with them because potato chips. Let's be real here. Be real here. Potato chips and broccoli.
Lay's. We're not sponsored.
I think they were sponsored for the first one, but not for Between Us, which was kind of like jarring. I'm just like, oh, Lay's potato chips.
Yeah, they feel incomplete without the Lay's.
Right? Or just a yellow bag in general.
Munchin on the chips always.
Always. I don't know if there was like a book or whatever that specifically said he had to eat those chips every single time. But if it wasn't, oh my god, it was such a good thing to add to his character. I love their like chemistry outside.
There are these 2 interview moments where I just fell in love with them.
During an interview where he said, when he goes, "Oh, I just want someone to say I love you first." You remember that one?
He like goes next and he says I love you, and then he's like genuinely like taken aback. It like hits him.
That was the moment where I was like, I'm in love. And then the second moment was, I forgot which one said it, but he was like, "Oh, what would you give to each other?" basically. And it was like, "Oh, I'll give my heart."
Oh.
It was such a good quote. I was like, "Oh yes." Number 3.
My number 3 is Z and Nunu.
I love that.
Yeah. They have so much, obviously, chemistry because, like, now they're dating. But, like, I've watched so many videos on their, like, relationship and how they grew. Because, like, Z was kind of keeping Nunu in the bro stage for a while, but Nunu knew what he wanted, like, right off the bat and was, like, not gonna let him off the hook. And he baby girl cute boyed his way into getting what he want, and now they have such a beautiful like loving relationship. And Z is always like, why do I have a baby for a boyfriend? Like it's so cute. Like they're adorable and I love them.
I've seen that compilation where he's like, the moment he realized he's dating someone younger and he's like,
yeah. He's always like, what is he doing?
Or like what he does like that little like this a lot. And he's just in the background like, oh, he'll do it a little bit, he'll just stop and he'll just continue doing the little wave thing. And I'm just like, so chaotic.
They're so in love.
For me, my third one, I feel like they're OG. They have to be OG. Max and Tool.
Girl, they're my next ones. I'm not even kidding. Yes. They are the kings. They're the OG kings of BL and like everything BL because they stand for like everything LGBTQ and they like vocally and like physically and proudly like support it. And it's so beautiful to see.
Yes. Okay, so it actually took me a while to watch their show as well because I couldn't find it for so long.
Together or Manner of Death?
Together.
Okay.
Mother Dad was so much easier because I understood how to do things now. But yeah, I just love like their Instagrams that they have together. Like they actively go, oh, like on their Instagram, like it was like, was it Valentine's Day? They'll say their Valentine's Day to to the characters and to each other.
They give each other so much support. No matter where they are. They don't even have to be like hanging out together. And they like throw love on each other's posts and stuff.
Oh my god, but when they do get together, it's the most like adorable thing I've ever seen. But when
sometimes I also need to like calm down. Like with some of the posts, like put clothes on. Why?
Oh my god, I remember being like, are you sure they're not together? Like this is a lot more than anyone else does. But there was this one part where I was like, the moment when I realized that they are so like connected to each other is like when they were, who was it? They were parting ways at the airport, and they were just hugging and like crying, and I'm just like, no, the emotions, I cannot deal. And like he literally walked with them all the way as much as he could, and I'm just like, oh, my heart.
Max Tool's my number 4, huh?
Anything else you want to add?
Love Max Tool.
So my number 4 is not Thai.
Okay.
And it's not Taiwanese. It's actually Korean. Okay. So there's these. They're in. What are they in? Cherry Blossom After Winter.
Oh, okay.
So the reason I put them in, and I can't say their names right, but it's Hui and Jinku. So
Okay.
the reason I picked them is because they went to Japan and they were doing the recreating of their scenes. And you know their height difference?
Yes. Looking adorable.
And they were recreating that jump that they did, and that jump is like improvised. So
Mhm.
it's supposed to even be in the show.
Oh, like when he hops into his
Yeah,
arm.
it hugs them and they go top on the bed.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that was improvised by them. And so they recreated it in Japan. And at that moment, I was like, I'm whipped. What?
They've gotcha.
Yes. Oh my god. What was it? They were. I think they were for a little while. They were everywhere together. Like they were inseparable. So I was like, I know I shouldn't because like it's not like a thing in Korea that they do. But like they really made me believe that they can be like a good ship for a long time.
Mm-hmm.
We have like a second season or something, another project.
It'd be really cute if they did. I hope they do another project together. I would love to see them, and like I absolutely loved the roles they had. But I would love to, they're both like really good actors. I would love to see them in something else. Do you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
They're so good. Was it number 5 for you?
Yeah. Okay, so mine, they're kind of new. I feel like they're really underrated and not really talked about, but I absolutely love them and their chemistry, and that's Billy Sang from My Secret Crush on You and War of Why.
Okay, yeah.
First of all, those their roles in each of those shows are completely different, and they absolutely nailed both of them. And they're so whipped for each other, and it's mesmerizing to see. I feel like when I watch videos of them together, I'm literally in a trance because they get sucked into each other, and they have like their own little world, and they don't even know like what's going on, and I feel like I'm in their world with them, and I love them, and they are like so comfortable with each other, and like they said they practiced um like acting and stuff a lot so they could get comfortable with each other. Now they have a really strong like bond and relationship, and I support.
Mine is also one you said earlier, Moss and Bank.
Yes, baby.
I I thought about it and I'm like, I can't live without them now. Like that take their TikToks,
Yes,
their Instagrams, they're just like like what is it called again? Their channel,
their vlog.
their vlog channel.
Yeah,
I watch that on repeat.
just seeing them like come across my feed makes me so happy.
Right? It makes me have like a better day just to know that
Yeah.
there's another video or there's something or they're just being cute.
Mm-hmm.
Do you want to do honorable mentions now?
Yeah. Do you want to go one at a time or all of them? I have 3. How many do you have?
I have 4. So yeah, one at a time basically.
Okay. Well, my first one is First Cow.
Mine is and Fluke. Next one for you.
So my next one is Mile Apo.
Mine is someone was on yours, Poppy and Gun. Your next one, right?
Yep, my last one is Pond Puwin.
My next one is I. There's not that much to ship on them. They're new.
Mhm.
I don't know if we're ever going to see them again, but Bible Build, I guess. We go to the 5 actors.
Yeah. Okay. Do you want me to do my first one or you go first?
Go first.
Okay, my first one is Ohm. And I feel like he will always have a special place in my heart because he was like the second his one of his like first shows ever was my second BL I ever watched. And I've seen everything he's been in. Also, he's very attractive and he seems like he's a nice guy, you know? And he's a really good actor. He's also one that's really good at portraying things with his face and like micro expressions with his eyes, and he's also really good at crying, and he like I genuinely believe that he feels like the things his character feels, and he's really good at portraying a genuine display of those emotions.
Mine is Gun. Theory of Love was the first time I officially was paying attention to him, and oh my god, the tears, I swear that's how he gets me. The tears got me. Like the way he acts is amazing. The way he just like is.
Cries in like every episode of that. The scene where he's like walking away and oh my gosh, Off's character comes and is like chasing after him and is like talking about his girlfriend that's not really his girlfriend.
Mhm.
And Gunn's character is just like trying to hold it in so much and he's like screaming in his head like, can't you see I love you? But on the outside all he says is your girlfriend's really pretty and walks away. I lost it. I was sobbing. That, oh my god, it was, oh.
The moment that got me, oh my god, when he was drinking in his room after all the like commotion in the episode, and he throws that bottle and he breaks it.
Yeah.
That scene will forever be in my head. It lives rent free.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just like, okay, well, that's never leaving me, but
this will be a part of my personality and soul forever.
Literally, just that performance, I swear, that performance was probably the best, and he only got better after that, too.
Midnight Museum.
I feel like he cries in everything he's in.
Yeah, because they know he can do it.
I want him to be a happy, like, rainbow child and not cry in one show, I swear. Just all I want from him. No tears.
Maybe we need more characters like Black from Not Me, like where he's kind of not evil, but like darker. You know, he's like a bad, like tough guy. Gunn just like that's a good one. I want to see more of that.
So yeah, that's my number one. Your number two?
My number two is Tay.
Oh.
Yeah, from like Dark Blue Kiss and stuff, and Kiss Me. He's amazing. I don't know if you've seen him in anything other than his BL stuff, but he's in like he acts outside of BL, and he's in a show called Remember You that's on Netflix, and it's a remake, a Thai remake of a Korean show, but his acting in that is incredible. His acting in anything is incredible. He's so diverse. I love him as an actor. He's also a very, very sweet, like nice, supportive, loving person in real life. And I have so much respect for him.
I guess my number two was Fluke.
I didn't see that coming out of anywhere.
What was Fluke in when I first saw him? I think it was do you remember his abstract type of like films that he did?
Yeah.
So I think that's the first time I've actually saw abstract, very unique, almost to a point of camp.
Mm-hmm.
Some like the beginning works that he did.
I think the very first thing I saw him in was the Red Wine and Dark Night or whatever.
Yes.
Yeah.
But he also did one. I don't even remember what the title was.
Mm-hmm. I mean, Fluke is incredibly talented as an actor. Like he has such a range of what he can portray. And he's so good at portraying like deep emotions, like crying. Like that's hard to do, believably. You know what I mean? And be able to do it in different ways, like for different situations, and be able to see that on your face that you're not just crying because you're sad, but you're crying because of like betrayal, or you're crying even though you're trying not to, or you know, all these things. He can do all of that.
I just love his character changes too. Your third one?
My third one is Copter from 2 Moons 2. I love them so much. I feel like I'm a sucker for like people that I can tell from videos and stuff are just genuinely nice people. And they are definitely one of those people. And they're very accepting, and they have such a warm, motherly like feeling, like very welcoming, you know, like they're such a safe space. And I love that about them.
They were in
the one where it was like futuristic, wasn't he?
Yeah. I feel like they're like also pretty underrated. Like I know they're not in a lot of stuff, but the stuff that they're in, incredible.
I think my next one is Cool Heart Earth.
Yeah.
Again, another person that hits me. I feel like all the characters I picked make me cry. If you can make me cry, you're a good actor at this point. I believe that.
Yeah.
So yeah.
I think mine, it might have been Love by Chance.
There you go. Yeah, it was in Love by Chance, because I was like, I remember he was like emotionally.
He's the little brother that got sexually assaulted.
I remember that like I feel so bad for his character and the fact like 2 people had to play his character.
Yeah.
Oh, so heartbreaking. Yeah, I think that was the first time I saw him. And I think at that time I didn't quite understand. Was it Turn and Type that made me actually be like, "Oh."
Yeah, they explained it a lot more in that.
So I think that was the first part where I was like, I think Turn and Type has the book, right?
Yes.
They
It
all have.
has 2 books.
I remember being. I really do need to read those books because I'm like sometimes I feel like I understand. But
I'll
then I'm
for
like,
real send them to you. I have them all
okay,
translated.
okay,
So
cool.
I'll send you everything I have, and then you can decide if you wanna read them or not. How's that?
I'm just gonna read all of them. Just read all of them.
Yeah.
Next one for you?
My 4th one is War
Well,
from Love Mechanic.
I
He is such a good actor. Like, his eyes are so expressive, and literally, I don't know, I believe everything he ever, like, every emotion he ever has and everything he's acted hits me so hard, and it's so believable. He, like, has genuine reactions, and that's how people react. Like, it doesn't matter if it looks pretty, if it looks ugly, like, if it's pleasant or not. I feel like he has genuine reactions that people would have in the situations his characters are in. And he's just so talented. I love him. And he's so cute. He's so adorable.
Have you seen his photos though?
Yeah.
Oh my god. I was like, I like him, and he's not one of my favorites, but like, oh my god, it's really hard to deny him.
He's another one that gets everything he wants, rightfully so, because no one can tell him no.
You're right. My next one is PP Crit.
Mm-hmm.
Even though we only seen him like in 3 things technically, because he was in. I forgot what the first one was, like Ambulance. I don't know if you remember that one.
Yeah. That one's
Um,
sad. I said that one has a sad ending to their characters' relationship.
I have found a thread. All mine make me cry.
Mhm.
I think all yours are like visual. Like you look for their eyes.
Yeah. They're like eyes, and then what they're like outside of the show personalities are like really nice people, because I feel like they're deserving of like the hype of being a good actor.
Oh my god. Yes. I picked PP because honestly, like
I Told Sunset About You?
mhm,
Okay.
when he's like having like trouble being like, oh, he puts like the bra on, and
Yeah.
he's having like that moment of crisis, and at that
Mhm.
moment, I was like, oh my god, like this is like the probably best representation so far that I've seen.
Mhm.
That the whole struggle of like, I like guys, but like he
Would he
wants,
like me if I was a girl?
basically, and I was just like, the struggle, the internal struggle, the whole like dynamic of like just how it was like filmed and how he was just able to perform basically.
Mhm.
So that got me as soon as like I saw that. I was, for some reason, I was like, wow, really intense too, honestly, really intense stuff. But I feel like it was so grounded in reality that it had to.
That's a reality for so many people. I feel like it hit a lot of people. They've felt that way or questioned themselves, or even like physically done that and like put the opposite gender's clothes on because they were questioning themselves.
I also love him just outside in general, like outside of acting. The way he just so confident, and the way he's just like, yeah, I get to wear whatever I want.
Oh yeah,
But oh my god, and the fact that he flirts with everybody.
queen. He loves like being in control and like making other people like blush and bashful and squirm.
Yes, I love that.
He
I love
knows
this.
he's the shit.
Oh my god, the way he has everyone wrapped around his fingers, even like Gun, which is surprising.
Mhm.
Gun also the same thing, where he's just like,
Yep.
the world evolves around me.
He's everyone's baby.
And then, have you? I've noticed this recently. Gun's appearance has changed more and more and more.
His Instagram, did you
Yeah.
see the pictures of him in his underwear or him in his hot tub? I was
Mhm.
like, "Excuse me?" Wha
My wait, who I forgot who told me, or who I maybe I saw this somewhere. He was like, "Oh, someone's going through like their faux error."
Yeah. I was like,
I was
"This is
like,
a Wendy's drive-through, sir." get your underwear off my screen. Thank you. Like, whoa.
Oh my god. Your next one?
Okay, so for number 5, I had a tie because I didn't know which one to pick, and I liked them equally, and they're both from the same show.
Okay.
But I knew it's Bible and Tong. I knew Tong before Ken Porsche, because he was in Second Chance, and then he was also in Tarn Type. And so I knew him from he was the older brother. I also knew him from those. So I really liked him anyway. And then he's also just another one that's genuinely a nice person, and I love watching him and his son and their relationship and all the pictures he posts, and he's an incredible father, and he's so like wholesome and so supportive and welcoming and warm with all of the cast and from Ken Porsche and like Barcode and like taking them under their wing and making them feel loved and supported no matter what the fans say. And Bible is such an incredible actor, and like he puts his like entire being into whatever project he is given, and he gives it his all, and that shows. And I respect all the hard work that he puts into everything that he gives us as the audience.
You want to know something interesting?
Huh.
Bible's my 5th.
Oh my god, really? Yes.
I put Bible in there. I originally had someone else in that spot, but I was like, no. I have to give it up for Bible. The way he was Vegas. The fact that it took him so long to get a role, like oh my god, it gets me so angry and so mad because I'm just like, he's an amazing actor.
He's just so talented, and I'm mad that there are people that don't think he is. You know what I mean?
Right? Or people are like, oh, he's too short. I'm just like, so he's a short king.
Who cares about his height? That has nothing to do with anything.
Right? His ability to pull off such a terrible character
and people to still empathize with him. Like as much as I hate Vegas, like I understand why he is the way he is. And if his relationship with his father had been different and like his mother, he would not have been that way. And like it hurts because he could have been different. He could have been saved, but the people that were supposed to love him didn't. And Bible was able to portray that in such a way that like you still love Vegas, even though he is a terrible person. And like, you know what I mean? If he was a real person in real life, he would be a terrible person, but we still love him. And Bible was able to make us do that.
Right? Oh my god. Wasn't Vegas considered like a sociopath or something? Technically speaking.
I've seen people talk about that or that he was bipolar.
Yeah, I saw bipolar too, but I feel or DID.
Yeah, I've seen that too. I know he got something going on.
Something wrong. And then honorable mention time.
Okay, so my first one is first.
Okay. My next one is mix.
Okay. My next one is a newer one. It's Noel from Love in the Air.
Yes. Oh my god. Did you see I don't know if you've seen it yet, but it's been all around like Instagram, TikTok, or
behind the scenes.
The behind the scenes?
Yes, ma'am. I'm saving every video onto my phone that I can get from TikTok.
I can't wait. Did you see the one where he was like, we almost had real sex?
Yeah. I did not know that the daddy part was improvised.
Yes. Oh my god. I
was like,
I don't know how I feel about knowing that. Actually, my next one is Pete.
Oh, really? Yeah. Just everyone's acting in Love in the Air because that's like
amazing.
Everybody's like first big thing, you know? They did so incredible.
Right?
Like everybody across the board was so good in that.
I love the fact where Pete and what's his real name? Hi, is his real name?
Fort.
There you go.
Yes.
So Pete and Fort they were saying that they were in a competition with Boston Newell for the NC scenes.
Oh, yeah. Because they heard that Boston Newell's was like really good, so they had to one up them.
I feel like they did such a good job equally being like scene.
Like both in the show and within the special episode itself. Like it was very balanced. They had like the whole section with Boston at the beginning, and then we had Fort Heat at the end, and then we had them together like at the very end. So it was like my next one is one is on your list, and that's PP Kit.
Oh, is it my turn, right?
Yeah.
James, Bed Friends.
Yep, my last one is not a Thai actor.
Ooh.
It is a Chinese actor.
Ooh.
And it's Gong Joon, who is in Advanced Bravery and Word of Honor. We did good. I think these lists were all really good, and there was a good variety as well as like similarities. We kind of went in all different directions, and we pulled some new people, some old people. Like I really liked our lists. It was nice.
I feel like we have similar tastes in a lot of like shows. We didn't always pick the same people from the same show either.
Yeah.
Really nice. Oh my god. That's so cool. Oh my god. Wow.
I'm so excited for next week when we're doing our top 5 shows for each country.
Yeah.
Because I feel like we're really going to get to know each other, and I'm so excited because there's so many options, and I'm really excited to see what you pick. Well, that wraps up this episode of Just Another BL podcast. We look forward to seeing any comments or your thoughts. Please let us know your top 5s for your actors and your ships, and if you agree or disagree with us and why. We're so excited for our next week's episode.
Yes. Oh, and just a reminder that the podcast will be on YouTube for the first month, and then after that, everything will be on Apple Podcasts, Google Podcast, and Spotify. Yep, that's pretty much it.